Hello, and welcome back to my slow English podcast for beginners. Today, we are talking about negative thinking. Why negative thinking might hurt your relationship. In a busy world full of distractions and challenges, it's easy for negative thoughts to enter our minds, thinking, what if, being critical, or having doubts. But how does this affect our most important connection, our romantic relationships? Let's look at why negative thinking might slowly be hurting the bond you value. The always and never spiral. One common problem in relationships is using words like always and never. For example, you might say, "You always forget to take out the trash," or "You never listen to me." When you talk about your partner this way, it can feel like an attack to them. They might feel trapped or defensive instead of feeling like a loved partner. This way of talking can turn discussions into arguments, making both people feel further apart. Using words like always and never creates a barrier. Your partner might stop listening or argue back instead of talking openly. Instead of using always or never, talk about specific moments. Instead of saying, "You never listen," you could say, "I felt unheard when you didn't reply to my message." The catastrophic brain. Do you often imagine the worst things that could happen? For example, if your partner is late coming home, do you immediately think they must be cheating on me? But wait, maybe they are just stuck in traffic. This kind of thinking creates unnecessary distrust and insecurity. It fills your mind with fears that aren't true. When we let our minds think of these worst case scenarios, they can get out of control and make it hard to trust our partner. Even if these ideas have no real basis. Pause for a moment and find out the real reason. Sometimes simply asking, "Hey, why are you late?" can clear up misunderstandings before they turn into big problems. The black filter, hiding the positive. It's easy to get into the habit of only seeing the negative. For example, instead of saying, "Thank you for cooking, but it's a little too salty," you might only say, "It's too salty," and not notice their effort. This black filter can be harmful. Only pointing out flaws can discourage your partner. They might feel their efforts are ignored, making them less willing to try, which can lead to more resentment. Celebrate even small efforts. Try to give feedback in a balanced way. Combine thanks with suggestions like, "Thank you for dinner. Next time, maybe a little less salt." Complaints and relationships. Complaints can hurt a relationship. For example, saying, "You never help me," sounds like blaming. Instead of just complaining, try saying what you need. Saying, "I need us to organize our tasks together," starts a conversation instead of a fight. Talking in a positive way about solutions helps build teamwork. Negativity usually stops good discussions. Change from saying problems to asking for solutions. Create a space where both partners can share what they need with respect and understanding. The blame trap. Negative thinking can make us blame others. You might say, if we're unhappy, it's because you aren't changing. This puts the responsibility only on one person and makes it difficult to see each other's roles. This way of thinking can stop you from seeing what you contribute to the relationship. Not taking responsibility can cause resentment and push people apart. Instead of blaming, say things like, I feel unhappy, and I'd like to see what we can both do to improve things. This gives you a shared goal and helps you work through problems together. What is the solution? How can we move away from negativity to grow and connect? 1. See your negative thoughts. Write down negative thoughts to look at them clearly. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to change. 2. Turn blame into needs. Instead of complaining, say what you need. For example, say, I need a calmer space to process my feelings instead of, you're always yelling. 3. Avoid always, never words. Talk about specific situations, not generalizations. This helps keep the conversation healthy. In summary, negative thinking can significantly impact a relationship, much like an invasive weed in a garden. If left unchecked and without proper care, it can seriously damage the love and affection that you share with one another. By actively changing your mindset to a more positive one, concentrating on finding solutions rather than dwelling on problems, and genuinely appreciating each other's unique qualities and efforts, you can build a strong and resilient partnership that is capable of overcoming various challenges that life may present. Love flourishes and grows when we make a conscious effort to focus on the positives in our relationship and communicate effectively and openly with one another.